Today I would like to suggest that Brevard County designate January 27th to be National Gus Grissom Remembrance Day. Gus Grissom was set to be one of the first 3 men to set foot on the moon through the Apollo 1 mission launching from our very own Kennedy Space Center. Unfortunately, before that could happen, an electrical fire broke out and killed astronauts Gus Grissom, Roger Chaffee, and Ed White during a training mission inside the capsule. The Grissom family had doubt from the official NASA ruling from the very beginning. Even before Apollo 1, Grissom received death threats, which his family believed emanated from within the space program. The threats were so serious he was put under Secret Service protection and moved to a safe house. According to his wife, Grissom warned her, if there's ever a serious accident to happen within the space program, it's likely to be me. But why? Grissom was known for being critical and quite outspoken regarding NASA's ability to put men on the moon. And on January 22, 1967, he gave an impromptu press conference with media and stated they were a decade away from a lunar mission. This embarrassed NASA publicly. He was heavily reprimanded for giving this interview without permission. In another instance, he was frustrated by not being able to communicate with someone just one building over, and he said, "How are we going to get to the moon if we can't talk between 2 buildings?" And most notably, he brought a lemon and hung it in the spacecraft for all the news cameras to see, letting everyone know what he thought about the Apollo program. Again, embarrassing NASA. And unfortunately, just 5 days later, on January 27, 1967, Gus Grissom, Roger Chaffee, and Ed White were burned alive on the launch pad when a fire engulfed their command module during a test flight. Gus told his wife that the CIA was spotted on the launch pad the day before the fire and they had never been there before. The CIA also came to the Grissom home, seized his personal documents, including a report he planned to give to his senator. They raided the home and confiscated the belongings an hour before they notified the wife of the death. So to recap, Gus Grissom is embarrassing NASA in front of the media, calling the rocket a lemon, receiving death threats, warning that something could happen to him. Then the CIA is seen on the launch pad for the first time ever, and he's dead the following day. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that there is foul play and a cover-up going on here. His wife and sons fought tirelessly for years to get answers surrounding his death, constantly being met with resistance. And to this day, they maintain that that fire was started deliberately. Did NASA and the CIA murder 3 astronauts and cover it up? The public deserves to know the truth, and my hope is that this day of remembrance will shed light on what really happened to these 3 men and get their families the justice they deserve. I will also be sending a formal request to the federal government to reopen this investigation, and I hope the Brevard County Commission will support me in that effort. Thank you very much for your time.